All right, here's another example of one. First layer with the flash. You can see the shadow back there. You can see it pretty harsh actually up here too. And then we have just one exposure. Try to get it to where it's kind of like a middle exposure, not too bright, not too dark. And then it does one dark one, so you can see some of the windows, and then one bright one. Where all, there's not too many real dark spots like this, or even like this. The finished product, after blending them all together, was that. You can still see a little bit of the shadow back here, but not much. But you can see there's not a lot of darks. There's not a lot of blown out. It's kind of hard not to with the windows unless you do a certain trick to it. But and the reason why you do multiple exposures like that is because the camera can only capture so much and be able to edit so much. So even like this, if you did, I'm going to do a copy of this. Compared to this, you just can't get that with the single exposure. So even if we increased all the shadows, kind of dropped the highlights, tried to get the picture close, I mean, you can kind of get there, but it looks nothing like as clean and crisp as that. Because when you start like raising your exposures, it's just going to deteriorate the picture some, make it a little bit grainy. You're just never going to get it to look as nice and crisp as multiple exposures. So that's kind of why you do multiples, blend them together in post-processing, and that gives you a pretty even look throughout the picture. Let's see, here's another one. So flash exposure, base exposure, no flash, under exposure to try to get the windows. Probably could have dropped that down a little bit, and then a high, and that's all auto bracketed in your camera settings. You just have to press the button once and it'll take 3 pictures or 5 or 7 depending how many you want. And then the final product, blending them all together, is that. So that's one way of just doing your, stacking them together and doing your HDR blending.